Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathon Butts, and my longtime friend, co-host, and Adderall addict, Elliott Markson.
And today we're back for another podcast, and we are just two sad boys telling ourselves we just want to get out of this town. Am I right?
Sure.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Exceptional. Never been better. So happy today. You seem the same.
Yeah, man. Life's good.
Damn, man. What's been going on with you?
Nothing positive.
What the fuck, man? Good way to get it rolling today.
Thank you.
This is just what I needed. The good bump.
You're welcome.
Add a pep to my step.
You're welcome.
If I ever want to get myself in a good mood, I just go over to Jonathon's, and then I realize how good I have it.
It can always be worse. That's the introspection I offer. It can always be worse.
So, what'd you do this week, though?
This week,
what have you been up to?
A lot of self-loathing. Try to work it into my calendar as much as possible.
You know what I did, or what happened to me this week? I went to the gas station, as I do. A typical gas station story. I go to the gas station. I walk in there to get, my energy drink or whatever I need to get me going for the day, right? I walk out of the gas station, and I start walking towards my car, and all of a sudden this other car just comes skirting in, and I thought I was about to be hit by a car. Luckily, they stopped just in time before they hit me. Now, this is when I realized there was something truly wrong with me. As the car was about to hit me and stop just in time, I see that there's a lady driving it, and under my breath I go, "Oh, sorry." I apologized. Was I apologizing to the lady? She can't hear me.
What was the make?
I think I was apologizing to the car for almost hitting me.
What was the make and model of the car?
I said, "Oh, sorry." Under my breath. Nobody even heard me. I'm polite to a degree that it doesn't even make sense. There's something wrong with me.
I don't know that I'd call you polite.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I'm not polite? Honestly, I take that as a compliment. I think being polite is
I don't think you're
lame.
I don't think you're impolite, but there's definitely been instances where you're not polite.
Like when? When am I not polite?
Remember when you told that story about that guy who rolled down his window and yelled "Skol Vikings" or something when you were on a walk, and you were annoyed?
Well, it's just so stupid.
How?
That story in particular,
That's
it's there's just
building.
certain male energy tropes that I just find so fucking dumb. Well, he's wearing a football jersey. I better say something. It's dude, I don't know you. Leave me alone. Let me go on with my day.
It was in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Could have been.
I don't think he lived there.
What?
And if he did, he doesn't live near me.
Oh yeah, you're a NIMBY.
What?
Not in my backyard kind of guy.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
What does that mean?
Elliott has openly admitted to being a NIMBY.
I don't know what you mean.
Look it up later.
That seems like it has some hate-filled implications, and that is not me.
There are some negative connotations.
I was just saying if you see me
Best
walking,
Buy parking lot asked for help, and you were like, "Nope," and you kept walking.
Yeah, dude, we told that story in episode 2 or 1 of this podcast, and I stand by what I said, that I wouldn't have helped that guy in a billion years. I don't know you. What is he asking us to help him move shit? I don't help my friends move shit.
That's true.
Well, I would if they asked, but no one ever asked me. Nobody ever asked me to help them move.
The one time I've moved in the last year, you helped, so I don't know what you're on about.
Anyways, I'm just saying,
what was the make and model of the car that almost hit you?
I don't know, it was a white car.
Okay. That answers 0 questions.
A compact car.
Was it a wealthier car?
No.
Okay.
Normal car.
I wouldn't have let it hit me.
Probably a $20,000 car.
But if it was a Lexus, yeah, I'm going to take that hit.
I
9 times out of 10.
You'd let it hit you? Well, I would have had to go towards it. Because it was probably not really as close as it seemed.
So now the story's changing.
This is why these cases are hard to hard to win in court.
It's true.
You have to prove.
I need the money. So if a car wanted to clip me, I would litigate it. And
I'm just saying, I feel like the Midwest is
cash.
poisoning my brain to the point where I'm apologizing to vehicles for almost running into me.
Was it your fault? Were you walking through a crosswalk at the
I was walking through the pumps to my car, which is parked at the pumps. Which loophole? If you're at a gas station and all the spots are taken, but there's an open pump, just park at the pump. I do that all the time, even if I don't need gas. I take up a pump spot. I don't care.
Another instance of
you don't do that? Do other people not do that?
No, I don't really do that.
You don't park at the pump even if...
I've done that, but it seems like common sense.
I do it almost every time I go to a gas station.
Really?
If I don't need gas that often, but I'm always parking at the pump. It's just a better way to beeline to the door. Unless there's a spot right next to the door open, but if there's not, I'm at the pumps and I'm walking in. Who cares? What are they going to do? Hey, sir, you didn't buy gas. Well, I bought my energy drink and I'm going home.
See, I don't like the visual it gives. Like it makes it like I don't want people thinking, no, he's driving off without paying. You know?
Oh well, I mean, the gas station people know. I mean, their little computer thing tells them who's getting gas and who's not, so they know that I'm not stealing gas. Maybe the outsider looking in, if you're really staring at me, looking at what I'm doing, you might think that. But if you really looking that intently, you'd notice that I didn't pump gas, in which case you would then come to the conclusion, this guy just parked at the pump and then left. Which is better than parking at the pump, getting gas, and leaving without paying.
That is better.
Yeah.
You're right.
You don't park at the pump.
When I need gas, I will.
I thought this was a normal thing. No. Is this just a me thing?
See, me, I'm polite.
What? No, you're not.
See, I would have chased down.
You're not polite. I walked in your door today and you're like, hey, motherfucker.
I'm allowed to. I didn't say anything. I'm allowed to be in a bad mood, man.
You were like, I hate you.
I'm allowed to be.
You look stupid today. That's what you said to me.
I think you look good today, but I wouldn't say that because you're clearly feeling insecure and projecting it onto me.
I just threw this on.
Really?
I got home from work. I changed and I just found the first clothes I saw. I'm serious. I'm serious.
The first shirt you found was designer?
It's Calvin Klein sweatshirt.
It's designer.
Well, this isn't a very well-crafted outfit.
I think it looks good, honestly.
I've got a Calvin Klein, for those of you not watching on YouTube. It's a black and white Calvin Klein pullover crew neck with some Gymshark lounge shorts and some Nike Air Max 90s, which I wear quite often. And some Costco socks.
Nice.
What do you got on? Who are you wearing today?
Me. I tailored this jacket. Actually, this is probably all Target.
That'd be super cool if you. This guy shops at Target.
Jacket,
dude. One time in middle school, I got bullied one time for wearing a Target sweatshirt, not like a branded Target, like just a sweatshirt that you clearly would buy at Target because I think it was like the Target brand. Before that was like a normal thing to do. I think I was in the 6th grade, and my family wouldn't let me buy fun clothes, so we would just go to Target, and I'd just get to wear whatever was at Target. And we go to the clothes section, and I pick out these hoodies because I think they were cool. They had fun little designs on them. I thought it was fun. I like to zip up hoodies. I go to school. I wear my favorite hoodie. I believe it had green stripes on it. I thought it was really cool. It was zipped up almost all the way, but not quite because I gotta have a little undershirt on, show some personality with my undershirt as well. I have this nice outfit on. I'm very excited about it. It's one of my favorite hoodies. I was very much looking forward to wearing it to school. And this one little bastard piece of shit kid comes up to me and goes, now we know you shop at Target. Which, 1, Target's not cheap. Get off my back. 2, I can wear whatever I want. And 3, what is this kid wearing? I don't remember what he was wearing, but it couldn't have been cooler than my sweatshirt.
Do you remember who it was?
No.
Oh.
Well, I might. I don't want to say names just in case I'm not remembering correctly.
After the podcast.
Yeah. You'd probably. Yeah. A little piece of shit. Who says something like that?
Just tell me their last name and address, and I'll
I don't know those. I don't know that information.
You don't know their last name?
I don't think so.
You just know their first name?
Maybe.
Just give me the first letter of the first name. Come on, dude.
It doesn't matter.
We're not going to proceed.
Stop it.
Until you
I don't want to
dox-
relive the memory again.
Until you dox this person who accurately pointed out that you were wearing Target clothing.
It's like, yeah, I was wearing a Target sweatshirt. What is the big deal? Why do we have to like shame me for it?
Was he shaming you, or was he just pointing out you're wearing Target?
No, he said it in a mean, like mean way.
I don't know, man.
He was trying to bully me.
This feels like your stuff.
No, he was trying to bully me, and I shook it off. I moved on with my day. Clearly, I moved on.
Good job.
Yeah, don't bully people for what they're wearing, because like, who cares?
Bully them for who they are.
Sometimes they just put on the first thing they saw and they just walked out the door, all right? So just get off their back. Maybe they're having a bad day, like this guy over here, wearing all Target.
I used to have kids ask me if I was dressing for a flood. Sometimes I would wear jeans that were just slightly too short.
That's really funny. No, that's funny, though. That's really good.
No,
No, see, that's at least clever. That's like, ha! Dressing for a flood? That's good. Little did they know, later on it would be cool to cuff your jeans and have that look. So you were just ahead of the curve, buddy.
It's funny that now you're probably the type of person to look down on someone for a shopping Target, you know?
No?
Mr. Designer?
I don't. This is.
Mr.
I wouldn't even
Gucci?
call Calvin Klein designer clothing.
Do you own
Calvin
designer,
Klein is so.
Do you own designer slides?
No.
Don't you?
No.
Oh, I almost bought you Gucci slides.
There was a point in my life I wanted to get Gucci slides, but I've just never been able to justify that purchase.
Yeah,
because they're like $200.
That's what was stopping me.
And I kept thinking, like, if I'm gonna spend $200, I could buy something way cooler than slides. I mean, you could buy a lot with $200. I mean, I could buy like probably like 200 packs of gum, 200. Well, not anymore, but McDoubles or something. 200.
You might get 100 McDoubles with that.
Really? Oh, they're $2 each now?
I don't know. I'm just assuming everything is twice as expensive, if not more expensive. You think about the old days of Subway when they like hammered it home that it's a $5 footlong, and now it's like a $14 footlong.
Have we talked about this? I feel like we talked about this because I went to Subway recently and had that same experience, and it floored me. I was so shocked, so absurd. It was like, we went there. Yeah, I told this story. We went there because we were like, oh, we'll have a cheap meal, and then get to the register. They're like, $24. We had 2 sandwiches.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Blew my mind. I almost jumped over the counter.
You should have.
To make my own sandwich in the back, and then.
If you guys don't know this, it's the lower level store employees that kind of manage the prices. So
they're the ones in charge. They're setting the prices,
and that's universal for any retail, any fast casual dining. All of those decisions are made at the lower level. So that's where you want to lodge your complaints.
Obviously, I was too polite and I didn't say anything, and I gave them my credit card. So.
Well, what were you gonna do? Not pay?
Yeah, walk out, go somewhere else.
After they made your sandwich?
I'm not eating my sandwich.
What's your go-to?
At Subway?
Yeah.
I make my own.
Okay.
Turkey. On wheat. Foot long.
Hey, I make my own sandwich
No
at Subway.
cheese.
Really?
Toasted. Well, now they have like those you can order like a sandwich with a name.
What's your go-to at Chipotle? I make my own burrito.
It's true.
Whoa.
Fine.
Ooh.
At Subway. Turkey.
Bow down to the king.
Turkey on wheat. Foot long. No cheese. Toasted. Lettuce. Tomato. Spinach. Onion. Jalapeno. Green pepper.
Did I ever tell you my my Subway story in high school?
What?
A guy made fun of me for the sandwich I made.
What?
The sandwich I made.
Yeah. What'd you do? What was your sandwich?
Well, this was like, I think this would have been like 10th or 11th grade. But when I was working at Walgreens, it was right next to the Subway, so I would go and grab a sandwich for lunch. And this is when I was like fucking pencil thin and I could eat anything.
Yeah.
And I've always loved meat, so I would get a steak and cheese sandwich, add bacon, add pepperoni. And honestly,
This kid's gonna grow up and have no arteries.
it would taste so good, and obviously I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Just because that would be a $25 sandwich.
Well, now they're charging you for that meat.
But the dude is like, you're gonna have a heart attack, man.
He's just giving you good advice.
I'm like, shut up, man.
How old is the guy? Was it another teenager, or was it like a full-grown man?
I mean, he was older than me. He wasn't like,
Well, if he was an
He wasn't
adult,
like
then
an
he's
old
just
man.
thinking from his perspective, like,
yeah.
you can't keep eating these, kid.
It's like,
They're gonna catch up to
come
you.
on, dude. I'll take my business to Jimmy John's.
I'll go to Jersey Mike's.
I actually wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Jimmy John's is gas, though. I love Jimmy John's.
They used to have like this cheap as fuck, very long piece of bread with like meat and cheese, and it was like $3.
I think that's a sandwich. Bread, meat, and cheese.
No, but it was like a specific thing. It wasn't like a normal sandwich.
Yeah.
It was very thin. So it was like a long French bread.
Ooh.
With like salami and cheese.
Oh yeah. God, nice.
Things are too expensive these days.
They are. I remember another time I got bullied by but this was by a cashier for a purchase. I was at the Mall of America, and we went to this store. I don't remember. It wasn't Best Buy, but it was like some sort of, like they had like headphones and like CDs. It was like some sort of
Lids.
No, it wasn't Lids either.
Oh.
No, that's not it. But they had like CDs and headphones and stuff. And I remember
Claire's?
It wasn't Claire's. I have been there though. I got my ears pierced there. Yeah, you can make fun of me. I don't give a shit.
Old Navy. Old Navy. Was it Old Navy?
How old were you?
Well, I got my left ear pierced there, and I was 13, 14.
He meant to say 23.
And then later on, I think at 15, I pierced my other ear, but I did it by myself. Well, it wasn't by myself. It was like somebody was supposed to pierce it for me. I think my girlfriend at the time was supposed to pierce it for me. And then she was taking too long, so I said, just give me the fucking needle. And then I just put it through my ear. Because I was metal as shit back then.
It's true. You used to have gauges.
It's true. I stretched my ears. Not very big. Actually, they were small enough where they shrunk back down to normal size.
I'm so glad you stopped doing that.
But that's why the holes in my ears are still open, because they never actually close now because I stretched my ears. But they are back to normal size. I think they're a little bigger than a normal like ear piercing hole just because they just stay open. But they're small enough where it looks normal. But stretching ears is sick. Like if
It's not. It's,
if it didn't have any
it's so gross.
like implications for like future career opportunities or anything like that. Like I thought it was cool. Not like the huge ones, but like the smaller ones are kind of cool. They were cool at the time, at least.
All I can think about is your lobe snapping, and that's.
Well,
That's
yeah,
just
but that's
so
like with the
gross.
big ones. Like when you stretch it way too far, and then you
Yeah,
see
but
the guys
dude,
where their
The
earlobes.
small gauges
break.
are like marijuana. You know, it's a gateway drug.
It is a little addicting. I mean, I didn't really fall into that trap, but I think once people start stretching them, which I don't even think is that even a thing anymore? I don't think people even stretch their ears anymore. I haven't seen. That was like do they still do that?
Yeah, sure, man.
I guess I'm just not in tune with what the kids are doing these days, but like, I don't know. You don't hear about it that much. I thought it was like a 2010s emo kid sort of thing. I mean, I stretched mine in like 2015. That was almost a decade ago.
Did you have piercings going into college?
Yeah.
Degenerate.
I think my whole freshman year I had earrings in.
Oh, I know. I knew that.
I think I had the gauges in for the first semester, and then I took those out and then just went to earrings again. I devolved back to earrings. But the guy who bullied me, the cashier guy at this store with the CDs and stuff. So I was there with a friend, and we saw these cool headphones, not you. It was actually our old, we interviewed him on this podcast, our tattoo friend, tattoo artist. Shout out that episode if you want to learn more about becoming a tattoo artist.
Palomar?
Yeah. So I was with him. We were pretty young. We were probably like 13. And we were at this store with his family, and we saw these cool headphones. I don't even remember what brand they were. I don't even know if they were a popular name brand, but they were just unique looking. We both liked them, so we both got a matching set. His were blue and mine were red, I think. Anyways, we go up to the cashier to buy them, and this guy, he had gauges in his cheek.
Oh.
Do you remember? Have you seen that before, where people have like stretched out? Yeah, he had gauges in his cheeks, both cheeks. I remember this distinctly. Anyways, my friend goes up and buys them, and then I go up with the same set of headphones, basically, just a different color. And then he rings me up and he goes, "You guys are getting the same headphones?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's gay." I was like, uh-huh. I just left. I didn't even say anything. I'm 13. What am I supposed to say to this probably 20-something man with gauges in his cheeks? That's gay. I feel like in like 2000, whatever year that would be, 2011, that's like the ultimate like Like, I'm not coming back from that.
Yeah, there's no.
If you
there's
say
no
that
way
to
back.
a 13-year-old, I can't say anything. What am I supposed to say? What's gay? Which you shouldn't say that now, obviously. But back then, ultimate insult.
Nowadays,
was
you can say
Speechless.
Yeah, it is gay.
Yeah, and I would be
gay.
like, fuck yeah, it is, man. Screw you, bro.
But that kind of
You have a problem with that,
that kind
dog?
of retort didn't fly.
No.
13 years ago.
Back then, if I said yeah, he would have been like, "Pfft, yeah. I don't, actually,
He wouldn't have served you probably.
Probably, he would probably kick me out.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so there was no coming back from that at 13, and I didn't have the confidence at that point in my life to even retort back. So, but I got the headphones anyways, and they were sick. They were awesome.
Were they skull candy?
No,
Beats?
I don't think Beats was very prominent. No,
Apple? Bose.
Couldn't have been too cheap.
Samsung.
I have no idea, but they were cool, and I loved them.
Well, I've named every headphone brand.
It was something else. Probably a little too underground for those of you Target clothes wearing people.
My mom strictly shopped at like Old Navy for me. So
Old Navy's sick now.
my favorite.
You been there recently? It's sick.
My favorite joggers are from Old Navy.
Yeah, Old Navy makes good stuff. It's not even cheap. Like, I used to think Old Navy was like affordable. It's just, I go there for a button up. It's still like $40, $50. I'm like, what is this? How is a man supposed to dress when he has to spend $40 on a shirt
You wear button-ups
to work?
every day?
Almost, yeah.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
I mean, I don't think I have to. I think sometimes I'll wear like a shirt with like a quarter zip or something, but
I work for a casual dress company. It's quite nice.
I mean, we're pretty casual. I just like to look the best in the office.
All right. Emily and I have tickets for Dune 2 this week.
You do?
Very excited.
Thanks for the invite, bro. Thanks, dude. Yeah,
If
I
you can
hate
just shut
I
the-
hate
if
Dune.
you
I don't
can
like Timothy or
shut your
Zendaya
trap.
or Florence Pugh or Austin Butler. I don't like any of those people.
At the theater
I
we
wanna
like
see
to
it.
go to, there was one showing that had
Yeah, no, cool.
2 seats in a row.
Yeah, that
was-
makes sense.
so.
No, cool. I get it.
Oscar's not in it. You're not missing anything.
Oscar died. Oh, spoilers. Sorry. Damn. If you haven't seen Dune yet.
We're going at 8 p.m., so we'll probably be done at 11 on Thursday.
Yeah, probably by 2 a.m. we'll be out of there.
I'm going to text you guys everything that happens.
You're gonna ruin the movie for me.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually excited to see Dune 2. Dune is so much cooler than all the other fantasy bullshit. Star Wars, Star Trek.
Have you seen a Star Trek movie or the TV shows?
I've seen some. I saw one of those movies. They were never good.
Did you watch the D&D movie?
Yeah,
Emily, I
That movie's awesome.
Showed it to Emily this past
that
weekend.
movie's great.
She's quite fond of it.
Oh, I love that movie.
Very good movie.
Oh, yeah,
This podcast feels very directionless today. You feel that?
dude. I mean, I don't know. Isn't it always?
No.
You never even told me what you did this week. Besides, like you said, you were depressed or something.
I was going to, and then you started talking about how you almost got hit by a car.
Yeah.
You had asked what I did this week. I started talking, and then you're like, dude.
I don't think you ever said anything.
Ope.
So I just thought I had to jump in.
I almost got hit by a car. Ope.
So what did you do?
Not a whole lot.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I genuinely didn't do much. On Sunday, my sister-in-law had a virtual baby shower.
Woo! Congrats.
I was one of one men in attendance.
Cool.
It was like the tech support.
It was virtual. Who all was there? Just like only close fam.
Her family, my family, friends.
Oh, friends were there.
Friends were there. Yeah.
Okay.
Emily was there.
Emily was there.
She was.
Did you? So did you have to ship the gifts to them, and then they opened them?
Yeah, everything was sent to them, and then
And they opened it on the stream, on the stream, on the call.
yeah.
What'd you get them? Do you not want to say what it's for a baby? What did you get them?
We haven't gotten our gift yet.
Oh, you didn't get them anything. So you just hopped on the call.
We are gonna get them
So
something.
you didn't get them
but we
anything, and you.
haven't gotten them anything yet.
Oh, was it fun? Was there games?
I mean, I didn't get to participate at all.
Why not?
Because Emily and my mom had like prepackaged this bingo card and sent it out to every person who was going to be in attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And there was only one bingo card for Emily.
I asked you to help me.
Yeah.
And
you said no.
You didn't want to be on her team. You don't want to.
because that's cheap. So when I was a kid,
What is wrong with you?
when I was a kid, my
They
brother,
didn't get me a bingo card. I'm not gonna play.
How am I supposed to play? What the fuck am I
With
supposed to do?
Emily, with your fiance.
When I was a kid, my brother would play MLB The Show, and he would play the single player mode despite it being a multiplayer game. And he would he would manage his own team, but he'd be like, "Hey, do you want to be my manager?" So like I would just watch him play. That's the same concept.
No, it's not.
You can't two-person a bingo. That's
It's
fucking
not
stupid.
the same. Bingo is like B5. Yeah, we got that. Like it's not
fun.
it's not
Nah,
catered to the individual. It's like you're just
most
looking at a piece of
certainly is.
cardboard and marking stuff down.
Go to a bingo hall.
You have problems.
Go to a bingo hall and look at the 90 separate individual old people and tell me it's not an individual game. You don't see like a crowd of old people like, ooh, let's share a
You're
card.
at a baby
No,
shower. You're not trying to win anything. You're just
They were
playing
gift
for
cards.
fun to support people.
They were gift cards, man.
Jeez.
I would have wanted my own.
So you didn't play in protest
Yeah.
at your baby shower for your brother's child.
Here's the other thing. It's like anti-man.
And
It's anti-man.
You're the polite
Did you go
one.
to your baby shower or to Wesley's baby shower?
Yeah. Yeah, they're usually all women, except now they'll let I think now like the husband will be there to like help open gifts and stuff, or the partner, whoever it is.
I just don't get it. Why weren't there more men, you know?
Because men don't have babies.
Men raise babies.
Yeah.
Men are supposed to raise babies. Men are supposed
It's
to be good fathers.
celebrating the woman and her journey to giving birth. It has nothing to do with men. You
I'm not
can't
s-
relate to that.
Shut the...
Don't act like men aren't invited to baby showers.
I feel like it's not crazy
Men
to say,
don't get anything.
I'm not saying...
we should be
my
invited
God.
to baby showers.
Yep.
Why are men being excluded? Women can't have their own things.
All right, so this fucker sitting to my right has complained multiple times about people not talking about you as a father. People like expecting like, oh, you know, Megan, you're taking care like, oh, or sorry,
Yeah.
oh, you're taking care of your son all by yourself. It's the same fucking thing.
No, it's
this
not.
mentality that men shouldn't be involved in the rearing of children.
This is different because it's about the pregnancy and about the woman carrying that
And
child.
I'm not
to
saying
term.
it needs to be about. It should obviously be about the pregnancy. It should be about the baby. I'm just saying, why aren't there men there?
As someone who's gone through this, you like to think you're involved in the pregnancy, but you're not. Like you're just kind of along for the ride.
I'm not saying it
You
should
have-
be about the husband.
You almost
I'm not
you
saying
almost
that
have
at all.
nothing to do with it. Almost, you just did that to her, and now you're along for the ride.
I feel
You
like
don't get a party.
I feel like you're not listening to me at all.
I feel like you have no perspective on this because what?
Why can't all I'm saying is why couldn't men also be involved in the
here's
enjoyment
our
of the party?
solution that we did. We had parties with my side, with her side, and then we had a friend party where it was boys and girls. Remember, you were there. You've been to a baby shower. My wife's baby shower. You were
You
there.
are so fucking condescending.
You've been to one. And you participated in the games.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
You're being an asshole. You're being a fucking asshole.
Okay.
You are.
Okay,
You are.
okay,
Listen to yourself.
All right.
I'm not saying it should be about the husband
Yeah.
because it shouldn't be.
Mhm.
I'm just saying like it's weird that the expectation is that men aren't involved in that whatsoever.
So you want to be invited to a baby shower when you are not the man whose baby it is. You just want to be there?
Well, like what?
Like you want to be invited just as say this wasn't a virtual one, it was a physical one.
Mhm.
And say it's not even your relative. It's Emily's friend giving birth. You want to be invited to that?
What?
Like Emily's going,
What are you talking
that's
about?
what you're saying. Why
No,
aren't I
I'm not-
invited
I'm
to
not-
the baby shower?
I'm not saying yes. I
Men
want to
should be invited to all baby showers is what you're saying. That is what you're saying. Because you were invited to this one and then you chose to not participate. In protest of what? I don't know.
I feel like I'm talking to a fucking brick wall.
I
And the
can't
brick
wait
wall
to hear
has a
this
mouth.
back, man.
You don't listen to the.
Okay, I'm sorry. We should just take a step back. We should reel it in because I think you're about to walk off the podcast.
I'm like this close to taking another sip of my Coke Zero.
Maybe
I'm
take
not
another
saying
sip.
I should be invited to all parties. You fucking dunce. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like it's a little weird that like it's all of the women in the family and not also the men in the family. Like, shouldn't it be a celebration? Like, can men not enjoy that
can.
kind of thing?
Sure.
And I wasn't invited to the thing. Emily got an invite. I didn't. I was there for fucking tech support.
Okay. Your point is noted. Your opinions are valid. Sort of.
The condescension is thick. Thick. I can feel it dripping
All right.
off of your shorts
Okay.
onto your bare legs.
Okay. I do get sweaty. I do.
What'd you do this week?
I just told you I almost got hit by a car.
That's all you did this week?
I just got yelled at by my podcast host, my co-host.
You're talking shit to me and expecting me to just sit there and take it. You're straw manning me.
Oh, you are just a fun guy. You're just so fun. I love you. I really do. What did I do this week? I didn't do anything because we didn't have anything going on this weekend, which was great. Because then we just we went to a play place. So we took Wesley to this fun little place. Not our normal play place that we go to. Normally we go to the one where you get the code, you go in, and then you plays with other babies. This was like a jungle gym. I think we sent you something, right? We sent you some sort of picture or video or something of Wesley at the little jungle gym with all the other kids.
You did.
This place was so overwhelming for me. You get there, and it's free for Wesley because he's under 2, which was nice. Which is always nice when you have a really young kid because then you can usually get in for free wherever. But man, there was just a bunch of crazy fuckers running around. All these little kids just screaming. They're always screaming. And me and Megan are just like, why are they yelling? Why are they yelling so loud? There's nothing to scream about. Just go play. Why are we yelling? And like they're always running around and the older kids are never mindful of the babies. You know, there's a toddler area, which was for Wesley, basically anyone like 3 or under could go play in there. But guess who wasn't in there? Other toddlers, because there weren't really any there, and it was full of little older kids running around thinking it's fun to go in the toddler area. It was crazy. But Wesley had fun, so that was good. He was smiling and playing. He crawled through one of the little tunnels. We took him up on the little bridge, crawled over it. It was fun. He had a blast. Very overwhelming for a parent, though. So much going on. And all the other parents are just staring there like... And like, I'm just like, man, I just have a little baby. Watch your kid. Make sure they don't run into my baby. Watch your little monster. And that is why I don't like other kids. I don't like other kids. I'm not a kid person. I just like my kid. I've realized that very quickly. I don't like kids. I just like mine. Wesley's perfect.
That's an interesting perspective.
Why?
No.
I'm just saying,
No
I don't like
subtext?
other kids. Like if you task me to babysit other people's children, that would be a nightmare. But I will gladly watch my beautiful baby boy any day of the week because I love him so much. In fact, I look forward to it. It's the highlight of my days when I get to hang out with him. Although he's in a big biting phase. I'd watch out if you're ever near him.
I never let him close enough to me.
And he's got like real teeth now, so it actually hurts. Before it used to be cute, like, oh, he's trying to bite me. Now he's got teeth. It really hurts. Do not let... He's in a biting... I think he's a biter. I'm worried that we're going to send him to daycare. We're going to get a phone call that he bit another kid.
You know, human bites, children bites are incredibly dangerous.
Why?
Kids' mouths are filled with bacteria, all sorts of fucking nasty stuff.
Not mine. Not my Wesley.
Especially Wesley. No, I mean, I don't know that Wesley can probably... I don't know that he can do real damage, but like when kids get a little bit older and can have like some biting force, like they break skin, that can be genuinely dangerous.
Yeah, they gotta, you gotta look out for those biters. Although once they get to a certain age, it's like, why is this kid biting? There's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Wesley broken skin?
No, he hasn't done that. He's too much of an angel.
He will.
He won't. He would never. Yes, that was my week. We didn't have anything for the weekend, so we just hung out, went to a place, and it's kind of just whatever, man. Oh, I watched All of Us Strangers. Have you seen that?
Nope.
It's a good movie. Would recommend. The plot is basically this man lives in this apartment, and he's very lonely and sad. And he runs into this other man, played by Paul Mescal. And then they develop a relationship together. And then as the story goes on, you learn about the trauma that the first man has dealt with. Like his parents died when he was young, and he's like does this thing where he talks to his parents who were passed away. And at first it's confusing. You're like, is he actually talking to them, or is this like imaginary, or what's going on? So it's sort of like a weird psychological drama. Pretty cool. Awesome movie.
Nice.
Liked it. Paul Mescal, great. The main guy, great. Don't remember his name. Awesome. Watch it.
Put it on the list of movies I'll never watch.
Wow. So, Rec of the Week. Do you have a Rec of the Week?
It's not Robophobia or whatever the fuck you made me listen to.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
That's okay.
I might have to listen to it a couple more
I wasn't
times.
too hot on that one anyways.
What?
I just needed a hip. You
I
asked
told
for
you
a hip hop
I
recommendation.
told you I was having a bad day, and I needed something to lift me out of.
I mean, there was there's some positive vibes on that.
You gave
EP.
me an album you didn't even feel good about.
I mean, it's okay. Did you listen to the Quadeca album?
No.
It's my Rec of the Week. Rec of the Week. Scrapyard by artist Quadeca. Quadeca is a former YouTuber. He used to do like he used to like play FIFA on YouTube, and then he started making music as well. He would do these like videos where it's like he would do impersonations of rappers. He'd be like 16 styles of rap, and then he'd like rap a verse from trying to sound like that rapper. And at first his music used to really suck, honestly. And he used to be really part of that like YouTube rapper like scene. I guess there's a few other ones in there that they're all garbage. But he has improved so much. He's transcended the label of YouTube rapper. He's now just a full-blown musical artist. He put out a good album. His last one was called I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. It's this like really like glitchy hip hop inspired, like almost like experimental. I hate that word with music because it's like, what does that mean? But like weird sounding hip hop inspired concept album. That one was like, the concept was he was like talking from the perspective of a ghost or something. So it was really high concept, like weird shit. And this new thing that he came out with, Scrapyard, this album is basically, it's a group of songs that he said didn't fit with that previous album and didn't really fit on the new album that he's working on. So he just put them all together and just put them out in an album format, sort of. So they're all a little rough, but they're like really cool. Like he plays with really cool ideas. His production is super unique. And I really like the album, honestly. You'd probably hate it, but I would recommend that you listen to it because I think it's important to challenge yourself, challenge your brain, your ears with different types of music. I think you could either love it or really, really hate it. Scrapyard, Quadeca.
I'm just still reeling in the fact that I needed you in a moment of.
To be honest, man, you asked me, and I just said the first album that I had just listened to. That was hip hop. I was like, yeah, try this one. Sorry, I'll give you a real recommendation. How about that? I'll go home, I'll do some digging on like an actual hip hop album that I find to be very important and very good and means a great deal to me, and I will recommend that to you.
All right.
One off the top of my head, because Schoolboy Q is coming out with an album on March 1st. Blue Lips, shout out. We talked about that last episode. His album Blank Face is maybe one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. So,
Blank Face?
Blank Face.
Why wouldn't you tell me that one?
I don't know.
Why would you tell me this?
I just don't think you can handle it.
Like a 5-song album?
It was like a little EP, yeah. Well, I thought
give
that
me
would be nice for you because you don't have to, it's not as much of a feat. You could just, it wouldn't take up too much of your time.
You can't really tell a story in 5 songs.
Oh, you're looking for like a story, like a concept. Something deep.
I just wanted to feel something, and all I felt was anger.
I just wanted to feel something. All right, I'll go home. I'll think of something that'll really get your rocks off. But try that Quadeca album, Scrapyard by Quadeca.
Quadeca?
Quadeca.
Spell it.
Quadeca. Quadeca.
Spell it backwards.
Acedauq. Is that right?
I think so.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I recommend The Nice Guys, a 2015 or 2016 film starring
Woo!
Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Ryan Gosling.
About private investigators. It's good.
You're really enthusiastic about it.
Watch it.
I can tell by the way that you're speaking on it that it's really good. Watch Nice Guys starring Ryan Gosling. It's a really good movie. It's really made me feel alive again. What's it about?
Just told you.
What did you say? What is it?
It's about two private investigators.
What do they do?
They're investigating something private.
Okay.
You want me to be phony? I can be phony.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It was this incredible film.
I mean, just think about this.
starring
Somebody comes up to
lovable
you.
goofball Ryan Gosling and slightly pudgy Russell Crowe as two private investigators that initially compete with one another and then group together to solve a mystery, I guess.
A mystery.
Kind of.
Cool.
I mean, they're unraveling a conspiracy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
Okay. That's good to hear. Ryan Gosling just announced that he'll be performing the Ken song from Barbie at the Oscars. Shout out Ryan Gosling. What? Why are you looking at me like that? You're looking at me like you want to strangle me. Like you want to hurt me.
I still can't believe the misrepresentation of my argument.
You're still stuck on it.
I can't believe it.
He's going to be talking about this all week. You're going to go to bed tonight, and like you and Emily are going to like lay down to go to sleep, and he's going to be like, I just can't believe that he was trying to misrepresent my argument. Like, he was making crazy points. I was making really good arguments for my point, and he just threw it.
I'm not going to argue that I was making good points, but you certainly weren't either.
Okay.
I think we're just...
And Emily's going to be like, go to bed, Jonathan. Let it go.
She goes to bed hours before I do. Hours before.
Okay. That was your record of the week. Nice, guys.
Yeah, I have nothing else to recommend.
Okay. Yeah, so there you have it. Quadeca, Scrapyard, Nice Guys, Ryan Gosling.
The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys.
You could stop
on Netflix.
Stop misrepresenting. Can I just say that I liked that you had fuck, what is it called? What's the thing I've been getting heated about for the last 15 minutes?
Baby shower?
A baby shower with like everybody.
Yeah.
That's cool.
People should do that.
I don't know why, but I've ended up to like multiple baby showers in my life, and they've all just been like uncomfortable.
Well, I think the friend shower is more of a recent trend, and I think in your particular case with the remote version of it, it would be very difficult. Like, who would want to have 3 different remote baby showers? It just doesn't
just
seem
one. Why do you need
okay,
3?
You're right.
One.
All right, you're right.
Just isn't it weird?
You're right. No, you're correct. I'm wrong. I'm incorrect. You made a really good point, and I'm backtracking. I'm backpedaling. You are right.
All I am saying is, don't we have enough gender restrictions as is?
Yep.
And stop looking at my fiance for. I can both see and hear you guys.
I just keep looking at her like, you hearing this guy? She's doing the same thing. She's looking at me like, here he goes again. He's been talking about this all week.
It's actually the first time I've talked about it.
Okay. Question of the day. Question of the day. What's a weird thing that you've done that's embarrassing, like you've done it in private, that nobody knows about?
Yeah, I'm in like a really good mood to share something like that.
What's something embarrassing that you've done or you do regularly?
You go first.
Here's one thing.
You go first.
Fine. Yeah. Here's something that I have done and I will continue to do, and I don't care who knows it. Besides the fact that I've never told anyone about it. Oftentimes, when I work out, I don't get to go to the gym, right? I work out in my basement. I have a gym down there. I work out. There's weights. I do my workouts. I sweat. I breathe heavy. But sometimes in my home gym, I've got all the weights. We've got a treadmill. We've got a Peloton. The treadmill's a Nordic track, so cool, whatever. I'm getting to my point. In the space where I will lift my weights, there is like a large mirror. Now these mirrors used to be part of like these doors to this old wardrobe that came in our house. When we moved in, we tore the wardrobe apart and we kept the mirrors because we thought this would be great for the gym. We put the mirrors up. The mirrors are in the gym so that you can look at yourself while you're lifting, monitor your form, do things correctly, and also just flex if you're feeling like it. Often, sometimes when I'm working out down there, if I'm taking a break between lifting, because obviously you got to let the muscles rest, I'll try to get my heart rate up. I'll be listening to my music and I'll like kind of dance a little bit. I'll do some dancing in front of the mirror. I'm not kidding.
You're not kidding?
I dance in front of the mirror by myself.
This guy. What a pill.
I'm serious. I do that. Not every time.
It was the most mild thing I've ever
But
heard.
sometimes when I'm listening to my music and I'm really feeling it, I'll just start dancing. No one's around. It's just me.
This guy.
And sometimes I stop and think, man, I really hope no one comes down here. I get really into it. I'm doing the worm. I'm just kidding. I'll like do the worm. I'll do the stanky leg, the electric slide. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll do like a kickball change or two. Yeah, I'll do some of those. I'll do some old show choir moves. See if I still got it.
So stupid.
It's embarrassing. Who would want to be caught?
You don't seem
Caught
embarrassed.
doing that. Well, I'm at the point in my life where I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I was expecting you to ask me to like reveal something like deeply private.
No,
Yours
I
is
just
like,
said something embarrassing. I didn't
My,
say reveal a deep, dark secret.
when I'm working out next to my Nordic track in my Peloton in my home gym,
Flexing my abs.
and I'm looking really good, and I have a mirror that you can use to look at yourself. And I look at myself when I'm working out, and I'm just drenched in sweat and looking fucking toned. Sometimes I feel myself so much that I dance too.
I do. I dance.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
It also helps to get my heart rate up. So, like, if I'm not doing cardio that day, it's like I feel like I got a little something. You don't do little dance moves?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I'm just
Does
not-
everybody dance? Do people dance by themselves? Is that a thing that everybody does?
I don't think Emily does.
Emily, do you dance by yourself?
Not really.
Liar.
Do you want to know my thing?
What's your thing?
You've made me feel better.
Okay, good.
Fucking idiot. You ever have it like when you're in like a really bad mood and you just kind of want to stay there?
Yeah, definitely. Just
Yeah.
want to wallow in it.
Yeah. I like to sing to my pets. I like to.
Really?
Yeah, I like, and Emily, I mean, I do it in front of Emily. Pretty. Okay, between Emily and I.
In front of everybody.
What?
What do you sing to them?
Never do that like at home in front of your mom.
No, so when I used to live with my mom, every time I would come home from work, I would pick a song and just incorporate Joey and Diesel's names into them. It's the
really
same thing I
sweet.
do with Freya and Rennie.
Give me an example.
No.
Like you'd be like row, row, row your Freya gently down the stream.
No, it has to be on. It has to be like a top 100 song at some point, and it's
Okay.
in the lifespan of the song.
Got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the Freya, like that.
No, now you're making me feel self-conscious about my choices.
No, what song do you pick? What's your go-to song that you incorporate your animal's name into?
I honestly can't think of a single one off the top of my head. And now
That's a lie.
no, I
You know exactly
I genuinely can't.
What's the last one you sang?
Keep talking.
You had to. You top 100. You say so. It's something you've heard on the radio.
What's the one that like? She's so high. That one.
What?
You know?
She's so high.
That one?
I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna fucking sing.
Come
it.
on, man.
Wait, did Emily say it?
What is it?
I don't know.
She doesn't know.
Say it again.
I said, she's so high.
No, oh god,
That doesn't sound like a song I know.
that was rough.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, She's So High
Yeah.
song.
But don't play it because then this glorious episode won't be able to be.
we might get a
on the air.
copyright strike. Nah. What do we got?
I have no idea.
We've got nothing. You're making this
Sing
up.
it.
It's literally called that. I don't know this song.
Sing it. You.
Who's
you
it
know.
by?
I don't know. The top one is Tal Bachman.
Tal Bachman. Are you a big Tal head?
I have no. I'm a big. What did you just say?
Tal head.
You
Tal
got.
Bachman.
You got to be careful with that, man.
Is it like the
Oh,
Bruno Mars?
come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars.
No.
I don't
No.
know that.
I would catch a grenade for Freya.
No. I do it way better than that. I just can't think of it.
I could buy you flowers
No.
and hold your paws.
You're really pressing this. I'm not gonna be able to think of it.
I can't think of any songs.
You don't know any that he has sung?
I do like Santa Baby, but with like Freya.
Oh, that's a good one. That's good. You gotta maybe take a page out of her playbook.
But I can't think of any that he does. He says Rennie Girl in a Rennie World, which I think is a song.
I'm a Rennie girl.
No.
Yeah. In a
That
Rennie
one's
world.
that one's not a song though.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
it is.
No, it's not. Okay, what he just. Oh my god. Go
he's getting
away.
embarrassed.
No, what you just saying that is a song.
Yeah.
But what I'm referencing is this TikToker who has this cat called Yeti,
Okay.
and she always sings to it, "Yeti girl in a Yeti world," just like that. So I always say Rennie.
Nice. That's good.
It's not referencing.
That's
a song.
sweet. You're so sweet to your animals. You're such
No,
a sweetheart.
Now I'm gonna start hitting him.
Jesus. Don't, please.
I wouldn't.
We're against that.
Freya actually, oddly enough, she loves being spanked.
What?
She loves it.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, it is Tal Bachman.
It's Tal Bachman.
I think so.
Please don't use the term for the.
You're a
Don't
Bach a Bach head. A Bachinator.
Don't play it. You can't play it. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one. That's the one.
Okay, so what is the version with Freya's name in it?
I don't know.
Your cat Freya. What is the version?
Go away. I don't want to do this.
Okay, so now he's getting too embarrassed. I told everyone that I dance in front of the mirror.
Because it's
and now-
yours isn't embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Come on. I wouldn't go to.
You made it sound like so fucking cool and sexy.
Well, the way I described it was like made it seem less embarrassing. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll accept your answer. We can move on, if you so choose, to bizarre news.
Oh my god, we're already at 53 minutes.
Perfect.
This might be our worst one yet. This is a good article, though.
I can't wait.
At the Florida Man Games, big crowds cheer competitors evading police and wrestling over beer.
Oh, the Florida Man game.
The Florida Man Games. So it's a new competition
Cool.
happening in Florida, in which they kind of celebrate the myth of the
Yeah,
Florida
like they
Man.
do bath salts and run around or something.
I don't know.
Fight
that,
alligators.
I don't know that they do bath salts. But
Wow.
it's promoted as the most insane athletic showdown on earth.
Ooh.
The Florida Man Games poke fun at the state's reputation for bizarre stories that involve brawling, drinking, gunfire, reptile wrangling, and other antics carrying a risk of time in jail or intensive care.
That's cool.
So, because I care so deeply about the gender divide, as evidenced in my previous rantings,
I'm glad we're still talking about it.
they don't have a full-blown Florida Woman game, but they do have a component called Florida Ma'am. And I believe if I'm reading this correctly, it's just a single event.
Okay.
And I'm trying to. Why are the?
Pop-ups?
If I could rant about that, not
By
just
all
any
means.
old pop-up, but like news websites trying to paywall information.
Yeah.
Obscene.
I ain't paying for news.
Like AP, New York Times. Like
Every
people
time.
who are like, okay, you're allowed to see 10 words and then you're not allowed to see the rest of it. Am I just stalling because I can't find what I'm looking for in this article? Yes. So I guess they duel in muddy water.
Florida Ma'am. They duel each other. That's the event.
No, that was just one of the.
See, the thing about there not being a Florida Woman event is that the phrase is Florida Man. Like, that's like what's been in the news. So they're playing off of what. And it's always a man who gets arrested in Florida. It's not. It's ne'er is it a woman. Is that the correct word?
So
ne'er.
they
Can
call
I
it
use
a
that correctly?
pinup contest. Which
Oh, that seems inappropriate and weird.
Yeah, that's the Florida ma'am component.
Oh, that seems.
Yeah.
Well, Florida's really leaning into the reputation.
But the coolest part of this event, which clearly has some progress to make in terms of gender equality, not that you or my fiance would care about such a thing, they have a race, and the race is you carry a catalytic converter.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's like simulating like thievery.
This sounds like The Onion.
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real.
This cannot be real.
Another was a theft simulation relay in which competitors raced while toting a pair of bicycles, copper pipes, and catalytic converters.
Steal these copper pipes and run.
This guy who's featured in the story, Larry Donnelly, trained for the relay race by riding a bicycle around his neighborhood with a second bike strapped to his back. It paid off Saturday when he won his heat after picking up a bike in each hand and running with him.
I like how they marketed this as one of the greatest athletic tournaments of all time, or events. This guy trained by riding a bicycle around his neighborhood with a bike strapped to him.
He said, "I have an absolute disregard for self-preservation. I will do anything." This man serves as the captain of his 5-man team, Hanky Spanky. Excuse me. And quote, "When I was in the military, I did a little alligator wrestling." End quote.
Wait, hold on. He did alligator wrestling in the military, or while he was in the military, he also did alligator wrestling?
Doesn't specify.
Is that part of the training? Now, just another reason why I wouldn't be fit for
I
the
guess it
military.
depends where you attend basic training. I don't know if they have basic training in Florida, but
In Florida.
if they did, it might involve
Wrestle
alligators.
them gators, boys. Private. Wrestle that gator, private.
But in this
Don't let it do the death roll, private.
in this article, they do call out that they need to have Florida woman games.
It'll bite your legs off, private. Wrestle that gator.
Is that your drill sergeant voice?
Yeah.
It's all right.
You think the enemy's gonna be easier than taking down that alligator? You are sorely mistaken, private. Is that accurate?
My mood's coming back down.
For all,
Coming back to earth.
for all those military people, listeners, let me know if that was accurate or not.
All right, we're out of time. Sorry about this one. Any final thoughts?
If you want to attend a baby shower, just go. What are they gonna do? Kick you out? Just show up with a gift.